Okay, when we add go in front of words in while doing business Japanese. This is the topic. Okay, so there are some rules. Basically, there are maybe one rule, and when we add go in front of the verbs while doing business Japanese, so we can only add go as prefix as prefix for the word. We can only add go as a prefix for the word when the word is a verb, and in a verb also it is a suru verb, and as a verb it has to be suru verb. If it's not a suru verb, we should not add go as prefix. Okay. Now, if you will try
Yes,
to
sir.
find the verbs which are carrying go as a prefix in front of them, most of the time you will be finding all the verbs are suru verb. Okay. Example: go rain raku, go setsume, go shusseki, go shusseki, and go kakunin, go sofu, okay, go tempo. They all are suru verbs used in business Japanese. Go taiyo, go rinraku, go setsume, go shusseki, go kakunin, go sofu, go tempo, go taiyo. Okay, and the most important rule, you can make it as a note. Most important rule is that you only add go as prefix. Most important rule is that you only add go as a prefix when the subject of the verb is the other person, the person to whom you want to give respect. To give respect means the senior person. Okay, this is the most important. You have to memorize it, otherwise you will be doing mistake. So most important rule is that you only add go as a prefix when the subject of the suru verb is the other person to whom you want to give respect, mean the senior person. In normal cases, you should not add go as prefix for the suru verb when you are the subject, mean the doer of that suru verb. Do you have any question till now? Like, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So in normal cases, you should not add go as a prefix for the suru verbs when you are the subject, mean the doer of that suru verb. But you can add go as prefix. You can add go as a prefix even when you are the subject of the verb. You can add go as a prefix even when you are the subject of the verb when you are doing that action for the sake of the other person. Whenever I'm saying other person, means senior person. Sake of the other person, or your action. This theory is extremely important. You have to memorize. You have to remember this theory. Otherwise, things will not work. Okay. So your action is directly related to your senior. For example, I'm doing this for you, or I am explaining this for you. I will deposit this for you. Okay, or I am sending this to you. I am sending this attachment to you. Okay, tell me, do you have any question till here?
No, sir.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you tell me when we add go in front of Suru verb. And yeah, one more note, you never add go as a prefix in front of nouns. Yeah. Now you tell me when we add go. By this theory, you tell me when we add go in front of the words.
सर केवल शुरू उसके सामने लगेगा और
हाँ
खुद
जी।
के साथ नहीं लगाएंगे नॉर्मली, खाली
हाँ
मतलब जो सीनियर पर्सन होगा वो अपने साथ लगाएगा, या फिर उसके अपन कोई बात करें तो वो उसमें लगा सकते हैं, या फिर अपन किसी के लिए कोई काम कर रहे हैं सीनियर पर्सन के तो अपन उसके लिए उसमें यूज कर सकते हैं.
Senior person will not use it for themselves, because when they are speaking to you, then they will be using Sonkhego for you and Kenjogo for
Yes, sir.
themselves. ठीक है, तो
Yes,
सिचुएशन
sir.
चेंज हो जाएगी. So कभी
ठीक
यूज
है.
करना है only with Suru verbs, and
Yes, sir.
only the most important rule is that you only add go as a prefix when the subject of the Suru verb is the other person to whom you want to give respect, being the senior person. In normal cases, you should not add go as a prefix. In normal cases, you should not use go as a prefix for the Suru verb when you are the subject. I mean, you are the doer of the Suru verb. I mean, if you are doing the action, in normal cases you don't use it, and then what is the special cases, like, but you can add go as a prefix even when you are the subject of the verb, when you are doing that action for the sake of the other person, senior person, or your action is directly related to your senior, like how I am doing this for you, I am explaining this for you, I will deposit this for you, I am sending this attachment to you. In that case, you can add go. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this theory is important, because if you will not be knowing this theory, then you might face difficulties to decide, like, what should I use now? Should I use go or should I use o? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So the next thing is, if we will copy this topic headline and if we paste here, it should be black, not red. And now when we add O in front of us while doing business Japanese. Okay, so we can say, oh, it is still right. Okay, so we use O as prefix in front, prefix for the words only when the words are the noun. We use O as a prefix for the words only when the words are the noun. Okay, मुझे कुछ याद आ रहा है सुधांशु. Let me tell you something. मैं भूल जाऊँगा. Okay, मैं तो लिख लेता हूँ. Wait, मैं बाद में बताता हूँ. I have to tell you something. Okay, yeah. We use O as a prefix for the words only when the words are the noun. We cannot use, we should not use O as prefix for the verbs. So now notice we always, or you know, most of the time we use O as, most of the time we use O as prefix with nouns only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
For example, Udemwa, Ohenshin, Ohenji, Osushi, Osugoshi, Osusume. Yeah. Yes. So, and yes, and we adding. Okay, there's one more rule. Okay, we also add O as prefix while making Sonkeigo and Kenjogo verb. Basically, when we make Sonkeigo verbs and Kenjogo verbs, because there are rules to, like, for some verbs there are already predefined Sonkeigo and Kenjogo verb, and for the remaining verbs we have to make Sonkeigo and Kenjogo verb. There are nothing for the Sonkeigo and Kenjogo verb, so we have to make it. So when we make it, there is a formula to make Sonkeigo and Kenjogo verb. So in that formula, we also add O as a prefix for making Sonkeigo and Kenjogo verb. So in that case, you might ask that, okay, why we are using O here when it is a verb? Okay, like oka, like okiki ni naru. Okiki ni naru is a Kenjogo verb, to listen. Sorry, Sonkeigo verb, to listen. Like when we want to say, when we want to use verb kiku, to listen for the other person, so we use Sonkeigo. So in that case, we use okiki ni naru. So there are some places when we use O as a prefix for the verb, but those verbs are the custom-made Sonkeigo and Kenjogo verb, not the predefined verb. So we don't use O as a prefix for any predefined verbs. We can write this rule, I think. We don't use, right, each and everything, so you won't be confused. We don't use O as prefix for the predefined verbs. Any verb. We use O as prefix for the verb only when we make our own Sonkeigo and Kenjogo verbs using the formula. And what is the formula? We'll see later. Formula. Okay, now tell me, do you have any issues in this part, or like you get it or you don't get it? Tell me that.
So वो वाला भी मतलब confusion है
कौन सा वाला?
कि जैसे आपने बताया कि सोंके गो और उसमें दोनों में आप यूज कर सकते हो ओ,
वो confusion
तो
दो
अपन गो
या
हाँ वही
Say
कह रहा हूँ
what?
मतलब कि गो भी तो यूज कर सकते थे उसके अंदर.
No, वो you will see when I'll show you the formula. वो formula ही ऐसा है, उसमें formula is already added. Like O is already added in that formula. So that is the only case when we can or we should use O as a prefix for the verb. Other than that, we never use O in front of any verb. Except these two cases, we never use O in front of any verb as a prefix. So these, so only that is that two. You can call it exception, or you can call it formula. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But the only thing we use O as a prefix in front of the verb when we are making custom verbs like sonkego and kenjogo. Only that case we use this. Otherwise, we never use O in front of any sonkego or sorry any verb. We always use go. When it comes to verb, we always use go. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Just give me a second. Until then, you can read it. So if you have any confusion, you can read it and just give me a second. Just need to feed my fish. Forget to. Okay. आगे चले?
Yes, sir.
So this is all about when to go or when to add O. Okay. Now come to Kenjogo and Sonkego and Keigo. Okay. Next page. Yeah. So now let's talk about Keigo. Keigo in English is honorific Japanese language. We use it in business scene. Business scene. Yeah. You can use it with friends, family, and in casual situation. We should be careful about it because sometimes might sound rude to to sometimes it might sound rude to use business Japanese Japanese where you should not use it. So it might sound rude to business Japanese where you should not use it. Okay. So in normal language, in normal day-to-day life, we call it as business Japanese. But there is no word like Business Japanese, but there is no language in Japanese. In Japanese, there is Kigo. They call it Kigo. Call it Kigo. Okay. Well, Kigo, it has what? It has three. You can say three ways of speaking in it. First is, as we know, Teinego, what you use in day-to-day life, like mass test form. We call it mass test form, mass, and this. And in Japanese form, we say khatachi. So this is the kanji of khatachi, the form basically. You can perfectly write it khatachi. Form. So whenever you will be reading this kanji, mean form. So mass test form. Like in English we say te form of the verb, tha form of the verb, right? So te ne go is mass or this ke. First is te ne go, second is kenjo go, third is sonke go. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So keigo has to speaking it. Teinego, kenjogo, and sonkeigo. If you talk about teinego, then it is the mass is form. We use it with strangers, sometimes with family, like the senior in the family, and friends. It's also sometimes, not always, friends. Or when you can say when we, it's a more like depth sense, like when we make, or when we want to, when we make, or when we want to make a request, or when we sometimes when we make, or when we want to make a request in Japanese, sorry, not Japanese, in polite way. The same line will be throughout the family. This theory might sound boring to you for now, but this is the extremely important thing. In institution, in any way, they will not teach you this theory. They will not tell you this theory. That's why later then हमको issue होता है बोलने में और चीजों को समझ, क्योंकि हमको पता ही नहीं होता है कि हमको करना क्या है. Okay, so take it very much seriously. Okay, so friends, sometimes when we make, or when we want to make a request in polite way, we use this form. Yeah. Make it bold, make it here. Okay. This form happen here. Maybe. Okay. Kenjo. Now, Kenjo is important. Maybe yesterday I explained little bit Kenjo to you.
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me that what I've told you?
Yes, sir. तो मतलब इसको जब यूज करते हैं जब अपन किसी अपने से सीनियर पर्सन से बात कर रहे होते हैं,
Okay.
ये अपने लिए यूज करते हैं, सामने वाले की यूज नहीं करते हैं, या फिर अपने किसी ग्रुप में से अगर कोई आदमी बात करो तो अपन उसके लिए यूज कर सकते हैं.
Okay. Okay. ठीक है. And Sonkhego?
Sonkhego मतलब जो जब कोई सब्जेक्ट जो होता है उस वर्ब का, वो जब सामने वाला पर्सन होता है जो सीनियर पर्सन रहता है तब.
Sorry?
मतलब जब जो डूअर जो होता है, उसका जो काम करने वाला होता है, वो सीनियर पर्सन होता है, तब उसको यूज करते हैं सोंकेगो को, खुद के साथ यूज नहीं करते.
Perfect. Like if you want to talk about your customer or your manager, your boss, then what will you use?
About customer.
Yes, customer. If you want to talk
मतलब
about your customer's action, then what will you use?
सोंकेगो.
Okay. And when you are talking about your action for your towards your customer,
So kenjogo.
Kenjogo. Okay. Okay. Nice. And can you see this definition in Japanese? Try to see.
Yes, sir. 謙譲語を自分の行動を伝えるために使います。
Okay. And
自分より上人に自分より上人の行動を伝えるために使わないでください。
上の人。上の人
の行動にを伝えるために使わないでください。
行動を自分より上の人の行動を伝えるために伝えたいなら使わない方がいいと思います。It's more natural. Like 伝えないなら is a if form when we use when we want to give advice. 伝えないなら使わない方がいいです。
いいです。そして尊敬語は自分より上人に自分より上人の行動を伝えるために使います。自分の行動を伝えるために使わないで方がいいです。
Yes, and if you want to ask like my definition, like a short but perfect definition in Japanese, you can say Kenjogo は目上の人に対して自分の動きでアクション目上の人に対して自分の動きを表す言葉。This is the word to explain or express our action towards the senior person. So 目上の人に対して自分の動きを表す言葉。Okay?
Yes, sir.
And for the Sonkeigo is 目上の人の動きを表す言葉。Just remove that 自分 part. So you will be like 目上の人の動きを表すとき使う言葉。
Yes, sir.
Yeah. There I mean, there are people, Sudanshu, like sometimes, some people are there who try to be extra smart.
Yes, sir.
Like extra smart mean what? They try to be extra smart where they should not be extra smart. Like there's a person from Japan. There's a person from Japan. He's an Indian for sure because he's an Indian because none other than Indian person do such things. He's an Indian. He want to take classes for the business Japanese. Huh? And yesterday उनका demo class था. So
yes, sir.
In demo class, I took a normal test, and that person is that person said I did N2. Okay, I said okay. I said you completed your N2. You are in Japan, so I expected that your Japanese should be good for sure, right? अगर तुम हो तुमने N2 किया है तुम जापान में हो तो तुम्हें क्या लगेगा क्या इसका जापानीज तो बढ़िया होगा for sure. I took a test. It was very normal test. I can show you the test. It was normal. Test was terrible. Test was seriously terrible. Even though that person wanted to do business Japanese, saying I've done N2, I want to take business Japanese, so test हो गया and all, उसके बाद demo class हो गया. And now today morning that person asking me, tell me your qualification in Japanese, tell me, give me your proof, tell me your qualification in Japanese, and have you done masters or have you done BJT, have you done JLPT? I'm like, okay. And the point is that whenever you want to ask the qualification of the other person, don't you think you should deserve? I mean, you okay, come to me, ask my qualification, but at least don't you think you should deserve to ask the qualification? And then when the Indian people sometimes say, give me proof, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to teach you, man, anymore. I mean, I just got the message from the person. I'm like, I don't want to teach you. I'm not doing this thing just the sake for the sake of the money. वैसा केस होता तो अलग बात थी, तो शायद मैं प्रूफ ही दे देता, बट आई एम नॉट डूइंग इट जस्ट फॉर मनी. और अगर तुमको कहीं मिलता है कोई और तुमको जो पढ़ा सकता है ऐसे, जो पढ़ा देगा ऐसे, जिसको पता हो इतना सब कुछ, जिसको आता हो, और जो इस प्राइस में तुमको पढ़ाए और इतना पढ़ाए, बिजनेस जापानीज के 4 क्लास तो पर वीक कहाँ मिलते हैं, जरा मुझे ही बताओ, कौन देता है तुमको? या फिर JLPT के मंडे टू फ्राइडे क्लास कौन देता है, जरा मुझे ही बताओ. और इस प्राइस में कौन देता है? और ऐसा कंटेंट कौन देता है?
नहीं मिलता सर.
जो इंस्टीट्यूट खोल के बैठे उनको नहीं आता तो क्या पढ़ाएंगे फिर वो? I mean, ठीक है, बनो, इतना क्या है? Being extra smart sometimes your loss, not mine.
Yes sir.
तो क्या ही है? Well, Japanese definition is 目上の人に対して目上の人に
動きを表すときに使うこと。
目上の人し自分の動きを表す言葉. If you will say this definition to a Japanese person, he will be like, okay, Japanese is good. Nice definition. So, 目上の人に対して自分の動きを表す言葉. This. Just simple one line English or Japanese definition. And English definition should be like, when you want to express the action of, your action, express your action towards the senior person. When you want to express your action towards the senior person, you use these words. You use Kenjogo. The definition of this Sonkeigo is what?
目上の人に目上の人の動きを表すときに使うこと。
目上の人の動き. I'm making you to remember this definition again and again because this is the most important. This is the base. This is the most important. If you are not knowing this, you won't be able to do it. So, 目上の人の動きを表すなんですけど、表す言葉ですよ。These you can say like these are the words to express the or to talk about the actions of your senior person. These are the words to express the or to talk about the actions of your senior person. So, 目上の人に動きを表す言葉です。And in this line, one line we use, and when we talk about not our action but the action of of anybody from our group, like our family, company. When we talk about company, to the customer, to the other senior person, to the client, maybe to the client, then also we use Kenjogo. See, okay, see. 自分の人に目の人に対して動き出すときの言葉です。目の人の動き出す言葉です。Fine. And there are words expressed talk about. Okay. One note here is not needed, but we can make it. Use it for your senior person. And like this, and like this. Never use it for yourself. Yourself. Great. Fine. So dear, now here's the definition of the three things: Thenego, Kenjogo, Sonkego, and I want you to be like absolutely clear, 100% clear, like without any single confusion. Like एक छोटा सा 0.1% का भी confusion नहीं होना चाहिए तीनों में से एक किसी भी एक को लेके. So please have a review, please read it, please memorize it or read it, but you just need to understand it anyhow, because these are the base, these are the fundamentals. Because further, whenever we will be doing business Japanese in emails, in conversation, you will be seeing like Hinjogo, Sonkeigo, and Teinego, and this O and go a lot. So this is the important, this is the base. So that's why I started this with, because most of the time, whenever if you will like, agar ek simple phrase be business Japanese ka, if you will review, then you will like go rendaku kudasai. Now if you don't know the exact logic behind go, then you have to memorize it, and in our language we call it rat lena, याद कर लेना, रट्टा मार लेना. तो वो केस चलेगा ही नहीं इधर, वो केस बिजनेस जापानीज में चलेगा ही नहीं. That is not workable, that's not working at all. तो वो करना ही नहीं है. That's why I started with go and o and kenjogo, sonkeigo and teinego. So you have to be clear with sonkeigo, kenjogo, teinego, and when to use o, when to use go, and when not to use o, when not to use go, and when not to use kenjogo, when not to use sonkeigo, and yeah, and never mixed any kind of casual Japanese with any of these. Never mixed your casual Japanese with teinego, with kenjogo, with sonkeigo. That is strictly prohibited in Japanese. In business level Japanese, it is strictly prohibited. You should not do it, never ever.
Okay,
so we will spend as much time as we can spend on Kenjogo, Sonkeigo, and this Kenjogo, Sonkeigo, because we have enough time. In your case, we have your 2 months for business Japanese, 2 months for your constant Japanese. So for your case, we have enough time about it. So spend your as much time as you can spend on these three things, and please read it. And I mean, of course, you might feel that. Of course, you might feel that I get it, but still, I want you to be like, okay, get it. Please read it again and again. Try to understand it, and try to think some imaginary situation in which to try to make some imaginary situation and ask me, okay, like Chinmay, in this situation, what should I use? Like I want to use Kenjogo in this situation. Is it okay? Is that okay? Because Sudhanshu, at the end of the day, your hard work will make you improve. Your hard work will improve your Japanese. Because my hard work is just 1 hour hard work. In 1 hour, I'll do my best for whatever I can do for you. But the remaining 23 years your hard work will improve your Japanese. उसके 23 years और उसके अलावा मैं कितना भी कुछ कर लूं तुम्हारे काम नहीं आएगा for sure, right?
Yes, sir.
So in other places the other people will give you 10 examples and then will leave you with those 10 examples, and you will never think out of those 10 examples. This is the exact reason, main reason why after coaching, why after classes you are not able to, or we are not able to speak or make our own Japanese. So I want you to think, I want your brain to work in this case. So think some situation, and now right now at least give me at least two situation for Kenjo and Sonke go other than what I have told you already. So try two situation where you should use Kenjo and try to think two situation when you should use Sonke, and then tell me and ask me I am right or I am wrong, and I will be correcting you. Yeah.
सर जैसे कि अगर मान लो कि अपन कोई रेस्टोरेंट में काम कर रहे हैं और कोई कस्टमर आ जाता है, तो उसके लिए हम हमारी तरफ से तो केंजो को यूज करेंगे इसमें केस में.
परफेक्ट.
और जैसे कि
हमारी तरफ से हम केंजो को यूज करेंगे, बट व्हेन यू वांट टू ask कि what is your order in the, like आप क्या ऑर्डर करेंगे, like what will you order sir, in that case what will you use
करेंगे केंजो को.
No, what will you order, like you order, the ordering person will be your customer ना.
हाँ उसमें सोंके को आ जाएगा.
yes and okay, next situation.
और सो नेक्स्ट सिचुएशन जैसे कि फोन हमारा खराब हो गया है, तो अगर हम कस्टमर केयर पे फोन कर रहे हैं तो वो हमारे लिए वो यूज करेंगे, केंजो को यूज करेंगे.
Yes, वो हमारे लिए they will be using Kenjo for us. Okay, yes, okay. And
उस केस में हम कैजुअल भी यूज कर सकते हैं या फिर हम वो केगो भी यूज कर सकते हैं.
Yeah, you are being a customer. It's just up to your understanding. It's just up to your personality, your nature. If you want to give respect, you can use Keigo. If you don't want to give respect, you can use Teinego. If you don't want to even use Teinego, if you want to be harsh, rude, you can use casual Japanese. No issue. Because being a customer, it's just your choice. But they have to use Kenjo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then and.
जैसे बॉस को बताना हो कि कस्टमर का कोई ऑर्डर है, तो उसमें हम ये बताएंगे सोंके को यूज करेंगे कस्टमर के ऑर्डर के लिए, और जो अपन बात उससे करेंगे बॉस से, उसमें केंजो को यूज करेंगे.
Perfect. Yeah, हम जब when we talk about the customer, we use Sonkeigo for the customer, and when we talk with the boss for our action, we use Kenjo, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you want to tell your boss that please check, like, can you please check this? I completed this file. Can you please check it? Like there are two sentences. One sentence.
तो मैंने अगर जब कोई काम कंप्लीट किया उसमें तो केंजो को आ जाएगा, और बॉस को अपन बोलने की चेक कर लेती है, उसमें सोंके को आ जाएगा.
Perfect. Okay, good. You are improving in this. Okay, a more situation. Think more. Yeah. Think more situation. Think more situation like this.
जैसे अपन सेल्समैन बन गए, अगर कोई सेल्स किसी कंपनी में सेल्स का काम कर रहे हैं, तो उसमें अपन कस्टमर से जब बात करेंगे तो उसमें अपन उसमें केंजो को में यूज करेंगे. और जैसे अपन को मान लो कस्टमर को बताना है कि आपके लिए ये प्रोडक्ट क्या क्या काम आ सकता है, तो अगर अपन को ऐसे बताना है कि कस्टमर क्या क्या काम में ले सकता है, तो उसमें सोंके को यूज कर सकते हैं.
Perfect. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. And think more and just nice. Use it. Use your brain.
जैसे अगर हम किसी कंपनी में काम कर रहे हैं और कोई फॉर्म फिलअप करवाना है किसी से, तो उसके अंदर हम उनको ऐसे बोलेंगे कि भाई आप अगर ऐसा कर दीजिए, तो उसमें हम सोंखे को यूज करेंगे, सॉरी केंजो को यूज करेंगे, मतलब कोई ऑर्डर देने के लिए। आप
फॉर्म फिलअप करवाना है तो किसका एक्शन हुआ?
फॉर्म मेरा ही एक्शन हुआ।
फॉर्म फिल कौन करेगा?
वो मतलब सामने वाला करेगा, लेकिन करवाने वाला तो मैं हूँ, ऐसे देखे तो।
हाँ, करवाने वाले में you are the person, but you are the person who will say or who will make request. So while making request,
तो वो रिक्वेस्ट करने के अंदर केंजो को यूज करेंगे।
go, and when you want to say कि please fill it, then sonke go. Like if you want to say कि I want you to fill this form, that is kenjo. But then after the sentence, please fill it, that's sonke. That is sonke. Like in business email, when we say I am attaching this document, so you say kenjo go tempu itashimasu.
Yes,
Go tempu itashimasu. When you say please send me signed copy of this, signed, like okay, then you say please sign it and send it me back. Sign it and send it. So sign is like a show me suru. So you say go show me itadaki kusufu itadakemasu deshou ka. Go show me itadaki. You can say go show me itadaite, or not itadaite. It's not rude, but it's itadaki. So go show me itadaki. Go sufu itadakemasu yo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Basically. Yeah, you can say itadakimashite, but itadaki is more natural. Yeah, you can say go shume itadakimashite, go sufu itadakimasu yo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. And later when we will study the making request or the asking favor patterns, you will see when to use itadakimasu yo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu, or itadakimasu deshou ka, itadakimasen deshou ka, itadakenai deshou ka, itadakeru to zonjimasu, itadakeru to saiwai desu, itadakimasu to saiwai desu. There are more than 5 to 6, 7, 8 patterns to make request, or same 7 to 8 to 9 patterns for asking for a favor or do a favor. So that is
saiwai का मतलब क्या होता है?
saiwai का मतलब होता है happiness.
Okay.
Yeah. And एक और word होता है, that is advanced business Japanese. That's kujin desu. When like say itadakimasu to saiwai desu, same you can say itadakimasu to kujin desu. Kujin desu is more of advanced business Japanese. Like there might be two people. There might be two people. The two Japanese native person. One is 30 years old or the 20 years old. Who will write itadakeru to saiwai desu. And a 60-year-old person, 40 years old Japanese native, most probably he will write itadakimasu to koujin desu or itadakeru to koujin desu. So this is the level of like just business Japanese and advanced business Japanese. So koujin desu is kind of J2 level word.
Okay.
It's not J4, J3, J5. It's already J2 or J1 level word. Koujin desu.
So spelling बता दो क्या उसकी कोजिन की है?
Koujin is this. Koujin this. Making furigana and this and this and this. Koujin this. Koujin. One kanji is same from saiwai.
First wali.
First wali kanji is same from saiwai this.
Yes, sir.
Koujin this. Okay. For now, you don't need to be confused. You don't need to be like think about anything else, but just the kenjogo, sonkeigo, and teinego, because your base is this. Because when I'll be giving you or I'll be explaining an email to you, and like for example, let me show you something if I can. Just wait. Okay. Do I have any email? Okay. Okay. I got something for you. Nice. Yeah. Just check this line. Okay, this is kind of table format because I.
この旅とそういう感じですけ
Chumon order.
注文いただきまし
This
た。
is a product A for
Same.
now. Just make it product. Okay, the maru niskimashite product name. Product name. Chumon niskimashite is Noki. Noki mean. It's not kanji. It's just a bit. It's table format. Let me remove it. Table format. You have to copy the things. Table. It's an email. Basically, business email hai ye. And I wrote it to a client. Table format, so make it come here. Okay, now this you can delete it most probably. This is basically product. This is Noki, the delivery date, and this is Okure, too late or delaying something. And this is Iwabi, Wabi, not Iwabi, Wabi. Iwabi and Wabi just difference of E. Iwabi is celebration, Wabi is apology. Yeah. Konothabi this time. Okay. The point is you just need to focus about the Kinjogo and Sonkeigo. Just nothing else. Read this line.
ご注文いただきました。尊敬語。
Half part is Sonkeigo, half part is Kenjogo. This is the bit confusing thing. This is Sonkeigo, this is Kenjogo. This is Itadakimasu is always Kenjogo. You will of course you not know right now because Itadaku is Kenjogo for morao, to receive. Itadaku. And this is the way to say, this is the proper way to say in Japanese, we received your order or you make a request.
Yes,
so go chuman to making order, chuman suru verb. As I said, you add go with suru verb, right? So whenever the moment you see go, you can assume that this is a suru verb.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the pattern to like suru verb plus itadaku. It's a complete. It's this part sonkeigo, this part kenjogo. The complete is kenjogo. Mean we received something from you. So received mean we received. So whose action? Our action. So what will you use? Kenjogo. Yeah. So guchon mo itadakimashita. So because in business Japanese we don't want to show that you to the customer, the other person, you did something. We take it on ourselves. So we say we received. Yeah, of course he did, then we received, but while showing we received, we should like being more humble. That
yes,
we
sir.
are privileged. So the to receive this favor from you. Okay, you
Yes,
have
sir.
to think this small information if you really want to learn business Japanese. It might sound new or weird, but this is the only way we can learn it. So I'm telling you what I have learned over the time. So go chumon itadakimashita. Shouhin maru niskimashite. Noki ga okurete mashita koto o kokoro yori from the bottom of my heart. O iwabi moshi agemasu. Moshi agemasu is also in Jogo. Okay, here you are saying sorry. So who is saying sorry?
Yourself.
Yeah, yourself. So what will you use?
Kenjogo.
Perfect. That's why it's Moshi Agemasu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now tell me, if you don't know that theory, if you are not able to differentiate between Kenjogo, Sonkeigo, then how will you understand and how will you translate this part and this part? Is that possible to do it? Right? No, no?
No, sir.
Yes, that's why it's important. So it's very small line.
सुकीमास्ते का मतलब क्या हुआ यहाँ पे?
Yeah,
शोइन नी
yeah.
सुकीमास्ते.
Sukimashite is business Japanese replacement of ni suite.
अच्छा.
Ni suite. And if you remember,
हाँ,
I told you.
सुकु वर्ड का वो मास्ते फॉर्म हो गया.
Yes, I told you that suite is te form and Sukimashite is formal te form.
Yes, sir.
So you don't use suite, you use Sukimashite. We will be having a list of the business Japanese replaced words with the normal words.
Okay.
In that list, you will be
Okay,
having this.
Okay, sir.
There are not so many, but there are some, and we have to learn that. Okay. Okay. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
And if you will observe, if you will try to do this thing, make your time now. You should try this line, understand this line. Now you know Kenjogo and Sonkeigo. Now you should try understand this line and try to find some Kenjogo here. This part is yesterday. I will tomorrow I will ask you what is this part and what is this part. You have to tell me, or you can tell me right now if you are confident enough, or then you have to tell me tomorrow that is this Kenjogo or Sonkeigo and is this Kenjogo or Sonkeigo.
सर एक बार या तो आप मेरे को कांजी का मतलब बता दो या फिर उसमें लिख दो फुरिगामी.
Furigana, yeah. This kanji is only
Furigana,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, सबका no issues. Kaike Nendo financial year is shown in acknowledgement. Yeah. Now okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tomorrow you will have to tell me, is this Kenjogo Sonkeigo? Is this Kenjogo Sonkeigo? Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. मैं एक बार अभी ट्राई कर लूँ.
हाँ अभी कर लो बस. Then I'll have to go. Then अभी try कर लो फटाफट.
सर इसमें गो शो में तो मतलब वो सोंकेगो वाला पार्ट हो गया, इतादाकी वाला केंजोगो वाला पार्ट हो गया, और इसमें ओनेगाई वाला जो है ये अपना केंजोगो का पार्ट हो गया, इताशिमास वाला सोंकेगो का पार्ट हो गया.
No, first one is you said correct. Second one is complete kenjogo, no? It's a complete onegai suru verb.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. For now, you it's okay. For this, I will not say anything because you don't know the formula to make kenjogo verb. So it's like o plus mass stem of then suru verb. So onegai shimasu is kenjogo.
Yes,
अगर तुमको वो फॉर्मूला पता है तो तुमको देखते ही समझ में आ जाएगा क्योंकि ये केंजोगो है. Like ये आ गया, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is correct. It was not correct, but yeah, it's okay. It's kenjogo. Onegai itashimasu. The original form is onegai suru. Onegai suru. Negai comes from the verb negau, to make a request. So negai, the mass stem of the negau is negai. So o plus mass stem plus suru. Onegai suru. And suru become itasu in kenjogo. So onegai itashimasu. So become kenjogo. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good. Well, good enough. So far, so good. You are doing good, and I hope you will be doing good. Okay, so
Yes.
Do you want to ask anything?
No, sir.
As of now, you want to ask anything? No?
No, sir.
Okay, so so how's the class?
Amazing, good, very good.
Good. Okay, Sudhanshu, then today was what? Tuesday. Okay, let's see you tomorrow. Wednesday. You have a class
Yes, sir.
tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, sir. お疲れ様でした。ありがとうございました。
お疲れ様でございます。はい。ありがとうございます。